Hello. Today I'm attempting some low protein sandwich bread. In one slice there's half a gram of protein. Per recipe there's 8.2 if I follow this guide directly. It's from the Cook for Love website. This wonderful lady, I don't want to butcher her last name, but her first name's Brenda. A lot of the recipes are by her, and then I'm in like a low protein Facebook group, and she is like really active in that too. It's called Cook for Love if you want to look it up on Facebook. But today I'm making some sandwich bread because I'm gonna make some veggie meatballs for spaghetti and meatballs tonight, and then I want to make him a piece of garlic bread too. So yeah. Oh, I keep saying I have to like work on that. But my name is Shelly. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3 kids. I have a 6-year-old daughter that's in 1st grade, a 4-year-old son, and a 9-month, soon-to-be 10-month son. And he has a metabolic disorder called glutaric aciduria or acidemia type 1. So he has a very low protein tolerance. And so I'm on a mission or adventure right now to make as many things for him as I can. So that way I can be in control of his protein intake and also try to mimic the meals we're eating. So like tonight we're doing spaghetti meatballs. It's a household favorite, and I just want him to have the like full-fledged experience with the meatballs and the garlic bread. So this video is going to be the sandwich bread to make the meatballs later, and then I'm also going to do a video with the meatballs themselves. So buckle up. I don't know if it's going to be successful or flop. We're about to find out together. We're going to start with a starter that is 1/4 cup or 30 grams of regular all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of active dry yeast, and then 1/4 cup or 60 grams of water. I needed a quicker rise time, so my water was warm. She said think baby bath. So you don't want it hot because it'll kill the yeast, but if you do it like room temp or cold, then you don't get as quick of a rise, and she suggests doing an overnight rise in the fridge. So I'm doing the fast rise method. So I'm going to take a cup of warm water and cook it on high for 1 minute in the microwave, and then I'm going to take my covered bowl and keep it in the microwave with the cup of hot water and close the door. And she said don't look at it for half an hour, so don't check on it, don't open the door at all, because you don't want to mess up whatever's going on in there. Okay, this is our before. I just microwaved it for a minute, throwing this guy in there. Now we're shutting the door, not coming back for 30 minutes. I did order a new phone stand. I'm trying to figure out a way to do this where you can like see me and see what I'm doing, but it's hard. So Josie is snacking on some little crackers that I found today at Walmart. They're very fragrant. And I'm gonna get my dry ingredients ready while I still have 12 minutes left before I can open my microwave. So a lot of her stuff, so it's all in like regular measurements and then also grams. So I'm gonna try to do both just so that way for like ease of convenience for what you have at home, I guess. So the first ingredient that I'm doing is wheat starch. I was able to find everything at Walmart or on Amazon. So it's 1 3/4 cups or 130 grams. So let's just dive in and see what that gets us. Or no, 230. I don't know what I said before. 230 grams of wheat starch. I know I was talking to someone about, because I did find a gluten-free sourdough that's 1 gram of protein per slice at Walmart. And that's nice for like the easy aspect of it, but who wants to eat 1 slice of bread? Like when you make a jelly and cookie butter sandwich. Okay, so we went a little over. Alright, so we got 230 grams of wheat starch. Now we're doing 0 out the scale, and we're going to do 80 grams of tapioca starch. I bought this, the Facilian Husk Daily Fiber. Her recipe calls for Metamucil. In the comments, she did say you could do this, but you need to like cut it in half. So if you do Metamucil, you have to do 2 tablespoons or 24 grams. So I'm going to cut this in half. So it's going to be 1 tablespoon or 12 grams. Okay, and then we're going to do 7 grams of xanthan gum. Again, an Amazon purchase. So it's 2 1/4 teaspoon. Maybe I'll just a teaspoon. Tear it out. We're going to do 7 grams. Potato flakes. So it says 8 grams, 2 tablespoons. So we're going to tear this bad boy out again. And then 9 grams or 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And that's it for the dry ingredients. So I'm going to pause this video and then get my stuff gathered for the wet ingredients. Okay, so I need 2 tablespoons of melted butter, but I don't have my microwave, so I'm going to measure it out, but not put it in yet. 2 tablespoons or 28 grams. So be smarter than the wrapper. Alright, so it says 2. Oh, and that's why I wanted to use the cup. I don't know how specific this has to be. Alright, it matches up. It says 28. So we're gonna set that to the side. And I'm gonna grab my rice milk and honey. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 1/8 cup or 270 grams of rice milk. I already shook her up. 270. And then, okay. So 2 tablespoons or 42 grams of honey. Okay, I have 45 seconds left. So in 45 seconds, I will melt the butter and add that. And then I'll show you the starter, and then I need to put the starter in with the other liquids. We are adding our wet ingredients and our starter together, and then we will put them in the mixer with our dry ingredients that we mixed earlier. Mix it for about a minute until it is cake batter consistency. Also, you're supposed to add your liquid slowly. I didn't really do that. And then it has to sit for 10 minutes. It says the purpose here is not for the dough to rise, but to allow the liquids to be fully absorbed by the starches and make the dough more manageable and handle shape. So, be back in 10. Now we're gonna whip it, scrape it, and whip it some more on a medium setting for 3 to 4 minutes. You can also see I added some wheat starch to my work area. And now you get to watch a train wreck happen because this dough was so sticky and hard to work with. But in the end, definitely worth it. I'm adding more wheat starch to my fingers, to the dough, and just nothing's happening. So you'll see here in a second that I actually end up grabbing a dough knife, which I have done for sourdough that's sticky in the past. So I figured, hey, let's give it a shot and try to save this. Look at that. Successfully transferred to my pre-greased bread pan. Hallelujah. I'm gonna wrap this. It said to wrap it. Okay, so I put it in my lightly greased. They said to use a 8x4-inch loaf pan. I don't have that. I just have a regular bread pan. So I greased my pan, greased my plastic wrap, wrapped it up after I shaped it into a loaf, and then covered with a lightly greased plastic and a damp kitchen towel. So I'm gonna put this back in the microwave and check on it in 45 minutes. So I'm gonna get a towel, get wet, do my water trick in the microwave again, and then be back in 45 to 90 minutes. This is going to double in size. It's hard to see with the glare, but yeah. Look at that. Isn't she already so pretty? And we haven't even baked her yet. All right, guys. When you preheat your oven to 400 degrees, you're going to boil 2 cups of water and also heat up an oven-safe pan in your oven to put the water into. It's supposed to help with the crust or the spring. And then you're going to decrease the oven temp to 375, bake for 30 minutes, brush with some melted butter, and then bake for an additional 15 minutes. I think she looks pretty good already, but that's just my opinion. I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I hope you learned something. I definitely did. It was a labor of love. And now you get to see, look at, yay, it's so pretty. I made garlic bread, and then this is what she looks like coming out of the oven. Thanks.